Hi, I don't know how to start this, but I'm Leah. I'm an artist, have been, probably always will be. And today, we're gonna jump right in and do a sketchbook tour. Huzzah! So here's the one we're gonna start with. This is, I don't know exactly what they call it. Maybe it's just yellow. A yellow Talons art creation sketchbook. I don't know the dimensions. I just know this weighs like 8 or so inches. So you guys can do the math. The sticker is from Casey Golden. It's her goth ballerina llama, of course. The bacon stickers were from Whataburger, because I had like an obsession with bacon cheese taquitos for like 2 months. These two were from a barbecue place. And of course we have Marlo from Attack on Titan. My boyfriend gave me this sticker. My friend gave me one of these cat stickers off of this one sticker sheet he had. My friend Abby gave me the sticker here in the corner. Wow, this lighting's atrocious. The sticker in the corner from a sticker book she has. I got this one on Halloween. It was just like a random thing loose in the bag. Googly eye, that's seen better days. It was like a fidget thing, and then I broke it. This was also from my boyfriend. I think he just had an assorted Amazon pack of stickers that he gave me a bunch of stuff from. I don't know. And then on the back, I don't remember this artist's name, but my friend Abby also gave me this one, and this one. Abby loves giving me stuff. I love you, Abby. This was off of the book, oh my god, Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews. Pretty neat book. It's queer. Happy Pride Month. This was another sticker from my boyfriend, H.E.B. I'm from Texas, can you tell? Taco Cabana, worst taquito I've ever had. Disgusting. These two were also from Whataburger. I had a burger that time. Another sticker from my boyfriend. He got me like a bunch one time, and I'm like slowly using them. But I did go ahead and tape off some pages because they were personal or event art that I kind of don't want to show off to the world. So you're missing like 2 spreads. But we're gonna hop in. So this is the intro page, I guess. I started this August 21st, 2024 and ended it February 5th, 2025. August, September, October, November, December, January, February. 7 months. Ooh, we're popping a little. I guess we'll go over some of the stickers I have here and where I got them. So this one I got at an art exhibition that happened on my college campus. Oh my god, what's her name? Stephanie... Oh, I forgot. Here's her Instagram. I'll put it up. She had a few of these stickers out after the talk she gave. And her art, I'm usually not into like abstraction or just landscape-ish stuff. I usually like art with like a human subject of sorts. But her stuff is gorgeous, and the way we had like a really good conversation about how she kind of like has a few art pieces where she just like consistently collages, and it's like layers of work built up over months, and it's just fantastic looking. Go check her out. Countries. I failed human geography, and they passed me because it was COVID. Is this Venezuela? I don't trust myself. There was this table at this one, like, and they had like food and stuff, and I only got to stop in for a second because it was between classes, but they had like this one food, Chef's Kiss. I need to find out what they're called. and I need to know where I can have more. This was from a sandwich I had from the school cafeteria. Disgusting. It was like ham and cheese, but it has my favorite number on it. It's like literally a month before my birthday. It expired. This you can't really see. It's like, a llama my friend drew for me because we were talking about like restorative habits and stuff. So he drew like a little llama, and it was like, a llama, a restorative llama. It was something. I can't read it anymore. I don't know why, it just faded so quick. And we have a Splatoon sticker from Abby. And my friend Pierce gave me this one, I think. So many people I know have sticker books of like different things. And they always like, do you want a sticker? And I feel bad because it's a whole collection of stickers, but I'll take them. Okay. First spread. That is Marco from Attack on Titan. And if you don't know me, that man and me, we are like the same person in my brain. We're the same person. So I kind of like drew him lazing in bed, or waking up, and it was really cool, because I suck at perspective, but I managed to like finagle a whole room on the spread. It was really neat. So I'm really proud of that one. We start an Attack on Titan phase. Which I've been through like multiple times in my life. It is one of my main favorite shows ever. It started at 13, and here I am, 20 years old, still obsessing over it. This is another spread. I did. We have more Attack on Titan stuff. Levi, of course. Love him. That's a gay man. And Isabel and Farland, because me and my boyfriend sat down and watched Levi's OVA. Love no regrets. Did a sword. Levi's hand, I had like a bunch of little cuts on it but the way he handles blades, I don't care if he's humanity's strongest. He fumbles sometimes. And then I dripped some like candle wax from like a tea light candle I had a teacher give me. Forgot what smell it was. It's like a very spicy smell. But it kind of like gave a smell to this page, and it was really nice. And this was like some mail I got, so I just like saved it and used it in this like page because it was red themed. Okay, very blue page. This was a drawing of my boyfriend, but it doesn't look like him, and it was all in Posca on like construction paper, so it was like tearing, like it's got a texture. A little to-do list, and I watched Slay the Princess, Markiplier's gameplay, and I'm in love with that game. And Princess, in basically all of her forms, is so gender. I want to be her. I want to be Princess. And in the background, it's like heart, lungs, liver, nerves, and that was like the paranoid ramble the player character has during the nightmare route. I love it. This was a random page. I started back to college. This was a little planning thing for a piece I had to do for my drawing 2 class. I did a little logo for our art club, and I tried to make a little mascot. And I had to do like a puppet thing for my 3D class that I ended up like dropping and then retaking the next semester because it was required. We were supposed to do like a puppet thing, and then she's like, oh, well, we're doing marionette puppets, but then she gave us the materials for like hand puppets, like fabric and stuff. So I don't know what was going through that woman's head. And down here we have a drawing I did of my friend's OC stuff. He is my favorite of their characters. He belongs to Mad Llama. Go check Mad out on YouTube and Instagram. She's awesome. And so this is like what I ended up doing for the puppet design. I did like a weird dove ballerina thing. I don't like how she came out, because I ended up keeping this design and like just doing it the next semester, because I had too much on my plate this semester. I couldn't do it. I drew me and my boyfriend, but it doesn't look like us, but it's me and him. It's me and him, and then I found a leaf, and it's like, it's fall. Me when fall leaves fall in fall. I thought it was funny. And then this is another sticker Abby gave me from her sticker book, and I was like, oh my god, us for real. And then I drew Moblet, again from Attack on Titan. So he's just a guy. He's holding books with this little messenger bag and stuff, and I ended up redrawing this leaf over here. Honestly, I love this. I didn't like it in the moment, but I like it now. Random spread here. I did like a figure thing, and why does he stand like Springtrap? He just does. Random head, soda can, hand wide star. She kind of looks like Ymir from Attack on Titan, and I'm not mad about that. And then I kind of like threaded through the page a little bit, made a little star. It was fun. I would like to do more of this. Oof, this spread's a bit of a mess, but I like this side. I drew my friend Abby from Life because it was like after 3D before I dropped out, and I was waiting on my dad to pick me up, so I just sat with her for a bit, chatted, and drew her while she was like scrolling on her phone. And me and my boyfriend again. We took this picture whenever I was visiting him over the summer, and he's not from Texas. I am. And him and our friend Emma started like blasting country music, and then they brought out cowboy hats, and I just kind of stood there like, y'all. Oh, over here we have Attack on Titan stuff again, random pose, and I don't like that at all, for the record. And then we have a little sketch of my Attack on Titan character, Twyla. She has a little cactus sticker right here in the corner. Like it. Oh, what a week. Shout out to Jamie for making a fun appearance in my sketchbook with a little dude. A lot of, I don't know, random pin sketches, stickers, and we had like a club thing where all the clubs on campus got together and kind of like showcased themselves. Then I was just like the social media manager, but literally in the middle of the semester I was like taking over the whole club because all the other staff members had a lot of other stuff going on and just like couldn't help. So I ran the club alone for basically that whole semester almost. And then we just have like other random pen sketches down here. Ooh. This is supposed to be not be me. This is not me. This is supposed to be my character Solus. And I don't really like this spread, but I found a cool leaf. The leaf was originally really bright red whenever I first put it in here, but it's since faded. Oh no. My boyfriend showed me the X-Men prequel movies. I haven't watched any of like X-Men 1, 2, 3, whatever, main movies. But I've seen all the prequels. If you know, you know. But yeah, I couldn't draw James McAvoy's face. But it's fine. It's symbolic, if you want to think of it like that. But yeah, X-Men First Class ruined me. Great movie. Another random spread. I was just trying to design a tattoo. for my mom. I took little notes for art history, planned a painting, and then again my OC Solus. I was like, oh, what would they look like when they were 15 compared to now? I do have a short up here on YouTube of the kind of idea I had around this. Because I only made like their younger version to do like a fun thing I saw on Instagram. It was Vienna waits for you, and that's it. It was like a fun little drawing kind of transition thing. But yeah, that's up on my YouTube if you want to check it out. X-Men OC. This is Calicia. I have a thing for like mutation superpowers. I feel like they are so underappreciated. And I'm not talking like the whole like, oh my god, what's his name? Hank from X-Men. Beast. Blue Man. I'm not talking like full on out like that. But like simple things. Like Calicia, she just has like horns and her ears are like a little pointed. So her appearance is kind of abnormal, but not extremely. But she's still like extremely ridiculed, even by other people who have these powers. So she's a fun, interesting character. I was kind of planning out her stuff here. I won't go over her because that's a lot to unpack. But yeah, so I have her up here, and then a little deer, because she has like electrical powers, and her horns are kind of like, in a way, a conduit. I really like that word. Oh, I love that word. I use it too much. But just to kind of help like hold and connect. They're like rods, lightning rods in a way, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. It's like in my brain perfectly, but words. Oof. This page right here, there was a live music event our music department put on, and so there was like live Hispanic music, and oh, it was so awesome. I like got to sit like right there by the speakers, so like I felt all the music in my body vibrating. I'm gonna word that differently. I'm gonna say it was like boggling my brain. It was nice. And this poor bass in the background that they weren't using got knocked over like 2 times by the guy who was doing who's managing the speaker and microphones. I felt so bad. This was the guy who knocked it over twice. And then my friend let me use Posca markers. So I like played around with that a bunch. And then I doodled Venus of Willendorf. Well, in art history. Oh, fun page-ish. This was the original plan for a collab I did with aforementioned Mad Llama. And I didn't like it, so we scrapped that. Oh, I forgot what. Oh, I think I was using like an actual pen with my ink here. I need to get a glass ink pen because it just goes down so much smoother. I don't like. I didn't like how the scratchy ones feel. And right here, for my 20th birthday, well, a few days after, I got my first tattoo. Whoa-bam. So, that was awesome. I need another one. Still haven't gotten another one. And then, the theater department on campus was doing this play, and I didn't get to go. I was really interested in it because, like, the promo photos they had, which is one that I was drawing from here, super cool looking. I was really interested, but I didn't get to go. That was planning for a mural that I'm not going to be on campus to help out with, because they postponed it till literally the semester I transfer. So this upcoming semester, actually. So I won't get to help do any of that, which really sucks. Sticker. I hate this. I don't get that if you have a Circle K near you. It's gross, I promise. And then we have Solus and my OC Peony. This was for, Mad, hi, I'm bringing you up again. She was doing her own kind of Inktober, but the prompts were centered around her Caretaker's universe. And I think this was like, Light and Darkness, or something. Because it's like an angels and demons type theme. It's really cool. So, Solus, they're a shadow bender is the only way I could describe their powers. So like they kind of like pull from shadows and use it as a weapon. But Peony, she doesn't have a weapon. She's, unlike Solus, doesn't commit crimes. And so she's kind of like pure in their eyes. Like they want to just protect her because she's kind of like a younger sibling to them. And their whole dynamic is really sweet. I hated this whenever I first drew it. And I do want to say I spilled candle wax all on my sketchbook trying to like do the whole candle wax thing I did right here. So I never tried it again because I got scared. So that kind of like got all in here. So I just kind of like gave up on this one. But I do want to come back to this idea because the colors and stuff, actually gorgeous. I don't know why I didn't like it. Ooh, speaking of Marco again, this is a pony Sona I made with some Coldplay lyrics because I think he would listen to Coldplay. Snake, tiger for, oh my god, their username. I can't think of it right now, but here it is. And then my friend Abby requested me to draw Twilight working minimum wage. So she's working at a coffee house. Waffle house. She has coffee. Ice cream, moth. Me and my friends OC, but they were drawn really, really bad. So we don't talk about that. These were like, all of these were Instagram requests, and I only got a few, but I did them all. These were notes I had for kind of like an essay quiz for my art history, and then this is my favorite tea ever. Like if I'm gonna have a hot tea, it's my vanilla chai. Ooh, this one opens. Open sesame. Me and my darling boyfriend sat down to watch Frankenstein, or Victor Frankenstein, I forget how that title goes, with James McAvoy. Honestly, one of my favorite movies. I feel like it comes really out of left field for me, but also not, because I love historical period dramas. So, he closes. And then art club had a figure drawing day, except I focused on faces. Because I had like a figure drawing class the semester before. So these are just like some people from club. And I had a bunch of suckers that semester. Oh, I skipped a page. So sorry. Eric Lenger. Love that man. But I could not draw him from the screenshot, which sucks because I love this screenshot. And then more figure drawings from club. This is my friend Jamie. And then here's Abby again. Her ass is not saving the town. That was an inside joke for a second. because that's when Gravity Falls really started to resurface again because of the Book of Bill. This is a drawing of my sister. We were just sitting in like the little studio space on campus, and I drew her on her phone, dusk in the background. My fountain drink, glue stick, and I was reading No Longer Human, so that's all there. I really like how this one came out though. I didn't in the moment, but I do now. Ooh. Really random page. This one was because I was listening to insert song here. I forgot the name of it. I don't know, it was kind of edgy. And then I found this floor on this pin on Walmart floor. On floor of Walmart. What? I found a pin on the floor at Walmart, and it was the nicest thing ever. But it was one of those company branded pins, so there was no brand that I could buy it from. So I used it up a lot. It was kind of like a pilot pin, but not at the same time. Like, it doesn't have like an overwhelming like sheen like from a Bic pen, but it wasn't overly like juicy and the tip wouldn't dig into the paper like a pilot. It was like the perfect medium. And then I joined Sketches of Shay's Patreon, and she has a monthly, well, at this time it was weekly, but she switched it to monthly sketchbook prompts. And this one was Potion, and I was like low-key going through it. I was not sleeping well. So I was like, you know, Minecraft potions, splash potions, I need one for waking up in the morning. That would do me some good. More of that pin. So we have a few figures, fun angel wing thing going on. This is gonna be a drawing Ecclesia, but I royally screwed up the sitting pose, and that is not her body type. And then I was watching Anastasia with Mad, and I found this sad quote. I see a skinny little nobody without a past or a future. And no, I was going through it. I was going through it, so I wrote it down. Rarity. She's my favorite. Woo! Another fun page. I used this pin up. I hope you guys know. So I did like a vampire lady that looks like Ruby from My Scary Godmother. I grew up on that movie. Fun sword. My boyfriend has a shirt that says Bagel Slut on it, and then I found another one that said Cheese Slut, and I was like, oh my god. S4S. Slut for slut. My friend Abby, oh my god. She's a gift giver, can you tell? She got me this Llama Littlest Pet Shop, and so I drew it right here in my sketchbook. Yippee! She's right on my desk at all times. And then I made an X-Men self-insert because I couldn't help myself. And I'll put up like her power thing on that side of the screen. So she's lovely but sad. This is another one of Shay's sketchbook prompts, and it was like Monster Masquerade. And I never finished mine because I got discouraged and didn't like it. One day I'll come back to this. Oh. Gypsum and Roman concrete. Thank you, Leah. I had a day, and then I drew half of my professor and what was in front of me during art history. Ooh, this page, anxiety. But I drew a bunch that night. I drew this the night I had a bad fit of anxiety, And then I kind of did random crap the next day. $1 ham Sammy. I was like living off of those from the cafeteria for like a solid 3 months. Because I was really low on money. But then we have a pony, and this guy who sat like a few tables over from me, he had a really fun side profile. But he moved, so I had to make up half of it anyway. And this ended up being a lino cut print that I did in art club. And I have it right here. So it came out pretty cool. But I kind of wish I didn't include the please bit. But there she is. She's awesome. I'm putting her back on my wall. Another Shay Sketchbook Club thing, we were doing ponies because me and several other people heard ponies as a suggestion, and we went crazy in the chat. So ponies, swag. And this is my pony Sona, llamalleah-arts. I love her. She's very pretty. She's very me. She's meant to be very me. And then we had like food wrappers and such. I found this sticker on the wall and I took it because they left it on like a brick wall and it was peeling off. So I was like, I either leave this or I save the sticker. And then I drew Charles Xavier because everyone who knows Charles Xavier knows this man needs like help. Like his whole mind is just like all over the place, all of the time, quite literally sometimes. So, and then I drew very sad Eric from Apocalypse. Yes, Apocalypse. And then I assigned them M&Ms because oh, I assigned them M&Ms as a joke. Oh my god. Anyways, that was like a whole thing that I didn't go to. I was supposed to. Oops. Figures, math, Global Awareness Day thing that I wanted to go to. I'm trying to hide this in case it has information about the community college I went through. Oh boy, did I go through it. And it was really funny because I was supposed to be collecting stamps. And then my sister had me draw. I don't even remember this guy's name. I'm not a Dragon Ball person. But she had me draw him in J's. Or some kind of sneaker. Nikes? That's a Nike sign. I don't know anything about shoes. And this monstrosity came out of it. So, anyways. I tried to draw Khaleesi again, so, I don't know, I really feel like she would really enjoy, like, climbing in trees, and just, like, sitting there, and she feels, like, really out of place for, like, a long, long time in her life. So, yeah, she doesn't really feel home anywhere for a bit. More X-Men self-insert. Because Lady Gaga's Disease came out, and it was on loop for like 3 weeks. So, I had like self-portrait stuff going on with the powers in use, I guess. And then the messed up thing about the power I gave her is it's hard to identify her own injuries. So, because she like takes pain from other people and she kind of has to like bear through that pain for them. That's just how the power works. That is the drawback. And so sometimes like after harsh missions and stuff, she has to like check herself over and make sure she is not like bleeding out somewhere, or suffering any like breaking of bones or anything. So that was just like a really sad little thing to add on there. Wow, I'm so nice to myself. then I was like, my microdosing reality. I was drawing from life a lot more because I wanted to practice observation skills. So we have apple juice, drawing of my friend Ray. Their outfit was so cool that day. And then this random girl who sat in front of me in my art history class. I really liked, like, the folds on her shirt in contrast to, like, the straight lines of the table, so. And then I went to the MFH on a little field trip thing. And it's really funny because the first time I went to the MFAH, I was in middle school and I got to see the Van Gogh exhibit. It was insane. And then I come the second time in like years. And I get into like Paul Gauguin's, which is crazy if you know anything about Vincent Van Gogh and Paul Gauguin, because they were friends at a point. And it's rumored that Van Gogh cut off his ear because Paul Gauguin was like going to, I forgot where he goes. I'll put it up. I'm just having a moment. But, so, the fact that I went to go and get to see Van Gogh, and then Paul Gauguin, and see a lot of his paintings, that parallel is crazy to me. And then I got like a little keychain. It was like a little palette, and it was fun. And then I drew a random guy before we left to go to the museum, and I was mostly at the museum to find a painting that I had to go see in person to do my essay about for my final on my art history class, and it was Orpheus leading Eurydice from the afterlife, and I forgot the artist's name, so I kind of started drawing it before I went, and then after I went, I was like tuckered out for the day. Shay hosted Figure Friday for the Patreon server, and so I did a lot of like figure drawings on notebook paper, and then I took all of my favorites and pasted them in here. And don't ask me where I got these stickers, because people keep asking me, and it was from a My Little Pony coloring book I had when I was like 7, and I found it again, and there's a whole sticker sheet that I'd never touched. So I've been slowly using them up. Oh, and then my boyfriend showed me Arcane. I don't like this page, but, you can tell who took over my brain. Oh, here's me testing my lino cut prints. Oh, hi-fi. Hi-fi. Don't sugarcoat it, Cupcake. Yep. And then, happy Pride Month, you guys. And then, I did this random lady with a sword. And then a tiny little boyfriend. Oh! I royally screwed up their faces, but it's fine, I never finished it. Oh, so much boyfriend on this page. Day 2,347,784 days of excusing iPad kid behavior. Don't get between a man and his TikTok. Yeah. And then he fell asleep on call. And so he got. Yeah. Sorry, darling. Jace. I love him so much. I could never be mad at you, Jace. Jace Tallis, they could never make me hate you. If there is no Jace Tallis fans, I'm dead. But yeah, and his hammer design, I need a life-size replica of his hammer. Just to have. I just want to have it. Arcane galore. We have Find Kate, Jace, Jinx, Victor. I'm sorry. And then, of course, the goat. Oh my god, Echo. Why did I forget his name for 10 seconds? He was my favorite to draw. His face shape is so nice. Solace and Peony, but it's because I watched Barbie and Pegasus Magic, and they're fun. Imagining these two in those roles of oh my god, what is your name? What is the princess's name in this one? I feel like a fake fan. I'm just nervous, you guys. So I drew them on notebook paper, which honestly, oddly enough, really fun to use watercolor on. You just gotta flatten it out afterwards. And I pasted them in here. Peony! And then I got rainbow pencils and went wild. And then there's my boyfriend again. He has such a pretty face. And bro, I'm gonna hold back that rant, actually. Ooh. Victor. I need to stop saying his name like that. But all I can hear is like, Victor. Victor, if you know the audio. But I drew him and Jace. I was gonna do like a vampire thing, but then his mouth looked really weird and not a part of his face. So I covered it with a sticker. And then me and my boyfriend designed ponies of these two. I have like 3 versions of Jace's pony sketched out and ready to go, but I never lined and colored it. I need to finish it. If I still have the file, my computer completely wiped out my art files. After an update last month. Yeah, not fun. Lots of random sketches here. We have Jinx Pony, Victor, Marco, random guy off Pinterest. This is more of my Attack on Titan character, Twyla. We have her just like in a modern EU, and then I associate her with like foxes and roses, so we have a bit of that. So much Victor. Victor. This was another sticker that someone left on a trash can. I was saving stickers this semester. So this one was like halfway ripped and falling off of the side of a trash can, so I took it and I saved it. And so I had fun with this. I need to do more typography, which I do explore in my next sketchbook that I'm finishing up right now. Let me know in the comments if you want to see this one, because I have like 9 more spreads to fill, and then it's ready. But yeah, let me know. But I did more typography in that sketchbook, but this one I kind of dabbled a little bit, and I really liked how this one came out. Ignore signs of change no more. It's from a Billy Martin song. Is it Mice? I don't know. I'm gonna check on that for you guys because it's a really good song. And so I just threw it on here because it just fit the Victor thing. And then we finished this together. JVic Beloveds. I actually used this to like kind of graphite transfer onto a mini canvas that had a magnet on the back as a gift from my boyfriend. More Solace. I kind of like just did a random sketch of them here. And then over here, I was like, oh my god, Fantasy AU, because I found an outfit on Pinterest, if you recognize this, and it was really cool and very them. So I drew them. Naturally. Oh, this one's taped. I have acrylic markers, and I don't really use them because I'm not sure what to do with them. They ended up not being too much of a thing for me, I guess. Which might be really disappointing to a lot of people. I'm so sorry. But I think I just haven't found the way I like using them. So I was mostly just messing around on this page with them. This is another drawing for a sketchbook prompt. Ooh, oh, brain is melting. So we have Marco and reading a pink book. I don't know. I just wanted to give him a pink book, and the only one I had on my shelf was No Longer Human, which I don't know how to feel about that book. I feel like it's really good in exploring the character it is exploring, but the character himself, oh, it's so frustrating to read. But in all honesty, he's a very realistic character. I don't like Bungo Stray Dogs. This was another random spread. I guess a lot of this was random stuff on Pinterest, or this is a decoration I have on my wall. Apparently I had a goal of 5 pages of essay. I did finish that essay. Whatever essay I was talking about, I finished it. New Year's Eve. Oh, goodness gracious. I remember this. I drew this because Prications had this as a sketch for one of the pieces he was doing digitally, and I really liked it. I don't think he ended up going with that one, but I really liked it, so I kind of tried to figure out how to draw it. It came out pretty okay. Another little figure down here. This is my really bad drawing of my character Keegan. He kind of looks like a weird Elvis impersonator. Drawing of me, and I imagine this to be Jean from Attack on Titan's hand if he had nail polish. My OC Twyla again. A really poor drawing of my boyfriend. I'm so sorry. I love you. And then I drew Anji with a Markiplier quote. I think it was from Chained Together. He was playing with Bob and Wade. Really funny Let's Play. I sometimes rewatch that series with my dinner, and I laugh every time. It's really funny. So it was just like a very Hanji quote to me. Like, they would say that. So I drew them. I should have added their eye patch because coffee isn't a thing in parody until after they touch base with like Marley and other countries to get like shipments in. Because before that it was just tea, which tea has some caffeine, but not to the extent of coffee. So they discover coffee. Oh my god, they're done for. They're constantly shaking. So pretend they have their eye patch. Marco, I guess I was trying to do a D&D AU type deal, so I had like this thing where he's an orc, because I love orcs so much. I just love squares. I made him a fighter orc, and he's in the Janae militia, which Janae is the town Marco hails from, and I kind of did a little sketch down here of him, and I had canon that he has a younger brother, and Pierre? I can't say his name. He's the journalist apprentice in season 3, part 1, and he genuinely is drawn exactly like Marco. So, like in manga and anime. So, like, so what? So what if I want to give Marco an older brother and a younger brother? I can do whatever I want. And then I came up with like a draw this in your style kind of idea for Soulless, because they are fan favorite. All of my friends absolutely adore Soulless, and I do too. So I might come back to this one. Let me know what you guys think, because I do want to host a draw this in your style eventually, but I don't think I'm there yet. I should just do it anyway though. Moblit again. If you know anything about Moblit, he is the heaviest drinker in the Scouts. I was gonna draw my boyfriend's OC Callahan, just because we thought it was funny if him and Moblit were like drinking buddies, but I never figured out how to fit his head on the page, so yeah, that never happened, unfortunately. This was, we're going into like the semester where I ended up taking 3D again, and this was like the first day of like work. We have a lot of random doodles. Help, because I despised that class so much, so much. I have so many pointers. I was teaching people how to do things, and it was an online class. I'm not even a 3D person at all. But I drew random guy, and then I started drawing other people in my class while they were working because I didn't have any of the materials to start. But yeah, this guy was across the room from me. He was a really shy dude, but he tried, and I applaud his efforts in that class. Because he was a beginner to art, and he was having a lot of issues because there was no instruction. And then it's kind of weird looking at the sketch now because this guy actually passed away during this semester. It was really sad. He was really sweet. And I'm kind of sad I didn't get to know him more. But well, I guess I have a memory of him somehow, some way. Oh my goodness. Steve McGarrett, why are you here? I cannot draw this man. I can't. His face is impossible. This is as close as I've gotten. And then my friend Pierce drew a little Hawkeye from Ash, and so I cut it out and stuck it in here. And yeah, that's all for that page. And then I went to a cafe with my friends, Pierce and Jamie. Hold on, did I skip this page? I was like, wait, I did a page because I went out with them before. Yeah, we went into Houston, and it was like my first time being like in the city that wasn't a field trip. So, yeah, we went to a Japanese restaurant, and I took the little paper holders to the chopsticks. They had fun patterns, so I stuck them in here. I got my little ear thing. Oh, why did we camera? That's crazy. Oh, what? That's crazy. Oh, this is nuts, actually. My phone died. Oh my god, we're back. That's crazy. I was totally not drawing in 2 different sketchbooks while we were waiting on that. My phone's on 13%, but it should be fine. This is another spread I did whenever I went out with my friends that I accidentally skipped before. Oops, I guess the acrylic gouache stuck. I don't know. But we went out into the city. This was like my first time outside of a field trip, as I said before. And we saw a 2-story Barnes & Noble, which I didn't get to go inside. So very sad. I drew this from memory. And I got this little deer. So I had her like sat up on the table at the Japanese restaurant we were at while I drew her. They had something called asparagus, and it was bacon wrapped asparagus. And I miss it dearly. And then I drew me and my friends Dumb, Dumber, and Clueless. I should have put Dumberer. That would have fit the spread very nicely. And this is when my friend peer pressured me into buying the Holbein gouache. I did not see that it was acrylic gouache until like 5 months later. But it's fine, I still use it. It slays. But it was Holbein, so she was expensive. But back to where we were. If I could. Okay. So we went out to a cafe, and I tried to draw my friends. These are not good representations of them because I was shaky, because I need to get out of the house more. This is whenever I started getting out of the house and actually hanging out with people. These 2 are crazy for inviting me places, but I appreciate it. So I drew my friends. I drew my little chai that I got, and my pencil bag, and right here, the boyfriend makes an appearance. He was not there with us, but I wanted to draw him because I was like, I want to go to a cafe with him so bad. But me and my friends were drawing, so I did the spread while I was there. Oh, mild gore warning. I will censor it until I explain it. This is another Attack on Titan character of mine. Her name is Clara. I made her super sad, and my boyfriend made the character that I ship her with. We really wanted to explore the religion inside the walls of parody, and it was really interesting. So I wanted to draw her sad, and I did. And then I wanted to color her in with watercolor, so I was like using a watered down scarlet for the skin tone. And when I did that, I forgot to water down whenever I went back and got a color out of my palette. And so bright orange just was spreading throughout her face, and so I was like, cool. She's gonna hit her head on something. And so then we got this, and I'm uncensoring now. And then we're turning the page. More Attack on Titan stuff. This was an alternate universe for like just general superhero stuff. And so I was like, cool, Levi. Because I don't know, I really like Levi. He's just honestly a really well written character when it comes down to it. And so I decided to go with like a masked hero look. He's like a broke Batman. He's a broke Batman. But his hero name is Omen. Kind of to play off of like the devil, parody devil, island devil type deals. So I kind of make a demon-esque mask, and I don't know, I never made a full-fledged design. This is just a lot of ideas, but I do want to keep like the mask and hoodie type deal. And then this was stuck on the window on campus after a Halloween celebration. So I took it and I put it in my sketchbook. And then here's a little tab for my tea bag, because it's Levi. This was my friends in the painting class that I wasn't able to take this past semester. We're doing like color value study thing, so I joined in and I never finished it. And then my friend Clint came over to visit me, and I let him do this little Life is Strange drawing in my sketchbook, which is honestly really good. Like, how do you draw guitars, dude? Yeah, that was nice to see, Clem. Another Attack on Titan character. I made him a long time ago, and he just looked like Season 4 Jean, and that was before any Season 4 stuff was happening. Like, it was like right after Season 3 Part 2 was released whenever I first made the batch of characters. But I redesigned him completely, and I actually gave him a whole backstory, which rarely happens as well as it did him. He's a really sad guy, but he's like the vet, the military horse vet. His name is Oleander, because I made his mother a florist in the rural country, and I don't know where I put him on, but he had like a family horse named Daisy, and he adored her, and she's kind of like one of his main motives for where he is today. So we love Daisy. I'm gonna blur that. But Shay hosted a Q&A stream, so I doodled her, and then I took a few notes. Yeah, I just had my paint markers out. This spread was me just throwing things down. Postal stamp. These were some things I saw on Pinterest. I really like the blurred eye effect with multiple eyes kind of glowing out. That was cool. This guy's neck and hair were fun. I think this was a piece of jewelry. I don't remember, but it had a fun shape. Wow, it's so washed out in this lighting, but I don't really know what to do. Oh, there we go. And then I drew more of my Attack on Titan character, Twyla, and a little fox, and some roses, of course. This page is, we have an older Twyla, so like Season 4, she's around 19, 20. This was a business card. Space. From the little keychain my friend got me. Under it we have some drawing from life stuff. Didn't like it. This was a Patreon sticker club note I got from Shay. the sticker is actually on the back of my next sketchbook. And then all these stickers, I forgot to mention one, there's one on the last page. This is another sticker sheet that I just found 10 years later in my garage that I am now using and stuff. And then we have a little fun flower thing, I don't know. Oh, I need to do this digitally so bad. I did like a Rarity redesign, and it's really cool. I just needed her to dye her fat locks. I feel like she would, like that's a whole fashion statement that people missed out on, I guess. Ooh, fun self-portrait of me holding the moon. Because that's my promise ring, which I think this was actually really cool. Not diagonal. Vertical spread thing that I did. I really like the hands. This was like all done in pen. There was no initial pencil sketch, and you can see that if you look a little closer. You see some of the facial proportion lines. I'm gonna try and talk over my dogs because I keep having to like cut things out. Now this is like near the end of the sketchbook. It's hitting February, and I did some hands drawing of my boyfriend, except he's extremely yassified for some reason. And then I found a quote that he thought was funny. Any guy can be baby girl, but only a man can be a wife. More absent doodles. This was based off of the puppet project, and really bad Marco I didn't like, and then I ended up drawing me and the boyfriend. I do believe wearing your underwear around the house is an integral part of the human experience. If you're not doing that, missing out greatly. This is the last spread in the sketchbook, and it's all soulless, including a 2022 sketch I did in the back of a notebook that I found. But yeah, I was sent this stupid reference picture, and it's supposed to say like, oh my god, what was it? I think it was originally like, no girls allowed, but I think it was supposed to be like, no snitches allowed. And they're holding like 2 bottles of alcohol, clearly like out of it. And I put probably post situationship. And in that moment I was like, they would have a lot of situationships. That's the end. Oh my god. If you made it this far, thank you. I really appreciate it. But while you're here, I will mention I am transferring to another college, and she's expensive. So I do have commissions open, whether you want to like DM me on Instagram, and that's there, or my commission email, and I take PayPal and Cash App, but I just got onto VGen, so I'll leave my link over here, and you can get on there, and they take credit card and stuff. So, but I have commissions open. They will go directly to like shipping my stuff up there, paying for my tuition, etc. And if you just want to donate, that's fine too. I'll have QR codes up here now. But thank you guys so much for making it through this with me. This is insane. I've wanted to do this forever, and I still can't afford good equipment, so I'm just making do with what I have for now. It's really nice being able to share art with people, even though you don't know who's looking at it. It's just nice, I guess. And if you guys do want to see another sketchbook tour, or me drawing in my sketchbook, let me know. I'd be happy to provide that content for you guys. And I'm almost done with this, and you guys got a sneak peek, so. But yeah, she's gonna be just as thick as this one. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you later. Bye!